See, we're live.
Hey now.
Welcome to the podcast. My name's Skip Clark, Skip Happens podcast host, along with Skip Happens podcast co-host Ed Lamphere, president and founder of the official country music fan club. This is the podcast that will bring you the stories. We will interview the incredible up-and-coming artists out of Music City. Also, we chat with the big stars, and we talk about their journey to stardom. We also love talking to entrepreneurs. Not only that, it's people like you and I. That's all. And just remember, Skip happens. So get over it. Let's get right to the podcast.
Yes.
Wait. Lisa
Yes.
Layne. Wait. I'm sure you're going, who the hell is Lisa Layne? But let me do this. And you're going to know who this young lady is. Hang on. Listen, everybody, listen.
Take back the holly and mistletoe, silver bells on string. If I wrote a letter to Santa Claus, I would ask for just one thing. I don't need sleigh rides in the snow. Don't want Christmas that's blue.
I gotta let this play just a little bit because there's a part here that I really love.
Take back the tinsel, stockings and bows, 'cause all I want for Christmas is you.
Love that. Ladies and gentlemen, there she is, Miss Lisa Layne. Y'all, that is, here we are at the holidays, and man, this is one of my favorite Christmas songs. So I was at the radio station one day, and we started playing the Christmas.
Sorry.
And Vince Vance and the Valiants came on, and I'm like, God, I haven't heard that, of course, all year. And now it's like, I want to know who that is. So I did a little bit of research, and I found out it's you, Lisa Layne. Mm-hmm. So I went on, I don't know, it was Facebook or an email or something, and I sent it out. And of course, you responded right away. And I'm like, oh my God, she called me. It's her. That's the woman with Vince Vance and the Valiants. So anyways, here she is, everybody. Lisa Layne, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
I am doing well. To kick things off, tell us, where are you right now?
Well, I'm in Texas. We live at a place, you ready for this? Waxahachie, Texas.
Where the hell is that?
I know. It's about 35 miles south of Dallas, directly south of Dallas.
What's the population there?
Yeah. The population?
Yeah. I don't know, what, 500,000?
No. No, it's about 50,000 people.
Okay, I know.
Growing, yeah.
Nice little town, if that makes sense.
It's not bad. It's big enough to be. It's a good size. I mean, we have running water, and it's a good place. But it's not the big city, so that's good for us.
Yeah, and
it's horse country.
How's your internet? We're not going to lose you, right? I mean, you don't have hamsters on a wheel in the back or something like that.
Well, yes, we do, but we feed them often, so they're good. Yeah, they're running good.
You take good care of them.
Here.
I love it. This is such an honor for me because I'm a big fan of music, all kinds of music. And like I said, I looked you up. I found out how to get a hold of you. You got a hold of me right away. You returned my email. Actually, I think you called. And Here we are. And I'm very excited because that song, Vince Vance and the Valiants, is like a top 5 Christmas song. And do you get tired of hearing it, or is it one of those that when it comes around and it just makes you feel good? It makes me feel good. But what about you?
But you know what? I don't get tired of it, and you would think I would, but because it's not. I don't just do it at Christmas. I do it year round because that's what people want to hear.
Sure.
But it's just one of those songs, and it was written for us to sing, at Christmas shows. And it happened to fall into my lap first, and it just clicked. I guess it was supposed to, obviously, but it just clicked. And no, I don't get tired of hearing it. I don't get tired of singing it. And it was amazing. The first time it came out in '89, and like the fall of '89, and we did the Valiants did the Cotton Bowl parade, New Year's Eve or New Year's Day of that year. And we're, you know, it was during the day, you know, we're in these little cars and we're all waving at people. We go to downtown Dallas in this parade and they stop and they said, "You're going to sing the Christmas song." And I thought, okay, whatever, you know. And and there was there were, you know, stands out there, and it had to have been 500-600 people. And we started singing, and I'll be darned, every one of them are doing this and they're singing along. And I thought,
wow.
Hold up. Yeah. So that was the first time it really clicked. But no, I don't get tired of hearing it, singing it, or anything else.
Tell me about Vince Vance and the Valiants. I mean, we watched the video, and you know, he's got the spiked hair, you know, and you're singing, and apparently he's the man in the video that you wanted, or you look into the, you know, the Christmas tree ornament, and there's his face.
Right.
I mean, you play bass, and you were the lead vocalist for Vince Vance and the Valiants.
No, I didn't play bass, not full time in the band. I played a bass a little bit because I played bass in a country band before I joined the Valiants. And a friend of mine, college friend, was going to audition for the Valiants, and she, sweet girl, beautiful singer, funny actress, incredible harmony singer, and she goes, "I'm gonna go sing. I'm gonna audition for the Valiants." And I thought, because I knew the Valiants of old days from the 70s. And they were diehard, scary, rock and roll. If you're female, don't show up at the show by yourself, sort of, you know, band. And I thought, oh God. And she goes, "You want to come with me and audition?" I said, "Yeah, let me go with you." And I'm thinking, I'm just going to watch your back. That's all I'm going to do. And we both auditioned. We both made it. But in the band, in the Valiants, I didn't play bass, except for 3 or 4 songs. And that's when the bass player would run off and come back as Buddy Holly or something.
Okay.
And but I was one of 3 girls in the Valiants, and they called us the Valiantettes. You know, all the 3-girl group tunes, you know, the Shirelles, the Supremes, the everythings, you know. That's what we did. And I had been behind a bass for years in a country band, and I thought, what do I do? And I put the bass down, and I thought, okay. And I stepped, you know, and so that was it was fun. It was different. But Vince, in the video, the hair thing, he started doing this as a pompadour back in the 70s. And then in the early 80s, I didn't join the band until 86 when they brought in girls again.
Okay.
I know it's been a long time. But Vince did the pompadour, and then it just kind of got out of hand. He thought it was funny and so on. So that's why it's that way. He didn't start out that way. But he and in the video, that's my voice, but not my face. And you see a girl, her name is, huh? I'm in the video. I'm in the video, maybe 3 seconds. I'm behind a perfume counter with another girl.
Really?
It's my voice, but not my face. No, I didn't want to. I know I didn't want to play the love interest of Vince, because people would have taken that and run with it. And I knew back then. I thought, no, no, you know. And so they said, "Well, then you can't be in the video." And I thought, okay, you know. And then they ended up putting me in a, you know, like I said, a little bit part. But that is my voice. That is my voice singing. Yeah.
So she's just more or less, she's lip syncing it, and obviously it's your voice, and you're the woman behind the counter in the jewelry store or whatever store that is.
Yeah.
Interesting. See, that's one of those. I love hearing that. That's a lot of people don't realize a lot of that, but you do get credit for the song because it's your song, or Vince Vance and the Valiants, and you being Lisa Layne, you're the vocalist. So
that's
pretty cool.
Yeah, and the way they set it up, we're dealing with lots of egos here. But the way they set it up initially, they didn't, for the first couple of years, they didn't even realize that it was going to do this. Really. And it immediately the song took off, literally, but there was nothing to push to the audience except radio wise. So by the time they got product out for people to purchase or whatever, they didn't put my name on there. It's just Vince Vance and the Valiants. So it was people like you and DJs and stuff across the country who were saying, wait, that's a girl. her name is not Vince. Who is this? And they hunted it down for the next year or two.
Exactly.
And that's and I appreciate that. Because by that time I'm thinking, excuse me, how long? Not getting credit here, you know.
I'm still looking for a check. Bring it on.
But anyway, so like I said, I appreciate the DJs and the people, fans and stuff who would call and say, "Look, that's not Vince. Her name is Lisa." You know, and they did that across the country, and they just kept at it, and so it worked.
I can tell you that when we play the song and it's in a regular Christmas rotation, as a matter of fact, with our what we call the X1s, which are like 18 of the most popular Christmas songs, and it's right in there. And every time that I play that, I always say, yeah, it's Vince Vance and the Valiants, but I want you to know that woman is Lisa Layne. So remember that name.
Well, I appreciate that.
Hearing, because you do deserve credit for that. That is you. That song would be absolutely nothing without you, Lisa. Nothing. Zero.
I appreciate that. And it sounds vain when you say it out loud to people, but I know that. And it was a good song. I mean, it is a good song. I got you there. But once again, like I said, we're dealing with lots of egos.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not really an egotistical person, so there you go.
I can already tell just from before the mic were on that we were having a lot of fun, and I have already got a good feel of that you're quite the energetic, fun type person.
I'm just real. What you see is what you get.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So like I said, so when you're dealing with egos and folks and things like that, it is what it is. So it can either bother you the rest of your life, or you just let it slide and keep going.
You're right. Whether it's because I do.
I've lost you. I can't hear you now. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Okay. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can you hear me? Oh, okay.
Is, and there I am. There she is, and she can hear me again. Yes, and we're going to go right back. See, look we're still rolling here. So, all right, welcome back to part 2, everybody. So, it's like Groundhog Day all over again.
All right.
So, I like it. You're such a great person. I can tell that already, and it's a pleasure to talk to you. We've been talking about Vince Vance and the Valiants and the top 5 Christmas song, and now, but that's not only you. You have been in bands for a while. You've been doing traditional country music. I've looked at your videos. You've even played Patsy Cline. You've got a thing you do with Patsy Cline. Tell us about that.
Well, once again, just like the Christmas song, this thing just got tossed into my lap. I guess meant to be once, like I said. But there was a show written in the early 90s, written by a Canadian guy. I can't think of his name. But anyway, the show is called A Closer Walk with Patsy Cline. And it came to the States. And what they do is when it comes to the States, they run it around to smaller theaters and they work out the kinks. And then they bring it to the bigger theaters for like long stays in the theater season.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, meet George Jetson. Anyway,
I know. Don't you love that? It throws you all off. That happens. I can be on the air and it's like I forget to silence my phone and I get a text. And like, what the hell was that? I'm in the middle of reading the forecast or something. But go ahead. Sorry.
But so like I said, this one came to the States, and a friend of my husband's was in it's a story about Patsy Cline, her music, her life, told through the eyes of a fictional disc jockey. And the audience is his live radio audience. This back in '63, and that you had live radio audiences then. So that's kind of the basis of it. And the girl who was playing Patsy decided, 2 weeks into it, she said, "I want to go to Branson and I want to do something different," And this was like a 5-month tour, and this was the first national tour of this show. And they said, "Well, we need someone to sing Patsy." Well, my husband's friend had heard me sing in bands before, so he gave me a call and he said, "Would you like to audition?" And I was like, "Yeah, me and a million other women, sure, why not?" And
True.
and so I auditioned and got hired, and it just snowballed from there. It truly snowballed, and it was the 5-month tour, and about halfway through that, I would get a call from another producer saying, "We're going to bring the show to Nowheresville, Kentucky, and we're going to run it for 6 weeks there." And I thought, "Oh, okay." So I put it on my calendar. This went on for almost a year and a half.
Oh, wow.
And finally, I said, I'm going to go home. I don't even know where I parked my car at this point. Anyway, and it's gone on and gone on. Then another show came along called Always Patsy Cline, which is hugely successful. And I did that one for many, many, many years too. And since then, my husband Boo and I have written a show called Remembering Patsy. So I've been portraying Patsy for 25 years now.
She's the best. Wow.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And now Boo. So is Boo into the production side of things, the music? Does he write? You said he wrote the Patsy Cline thing, but do you guys have that in common?
Yes. He's a pedal steel guitar player.
Oh,
and
wow.
that I met him in Nashville, and he was playing pedal steel guitar there. He'd just gone off the road with Jody Messina.
Yeah. Okay.
And we met up through a mutual steel player friend of ours. Anyway, so he's very much into the production side of it as well as musical side. He knows me. He knows my style. He knows my everything. And he produced our last CD, which won awards for us, of all things, And he he directed one of the Patsy Cline shows when we were in Branson. We were in Branson for 8 years, and he directed that show, and that won awards too. So yeah, he's in that side of it too, as well as the musician side. Yeah.
Wow. It's a great relationship. You both understand each other then. If you have a bad day, you have a good day, at least it's like, okay, I get it. I've been there. So and that glass of red wine that you have there helps every once in a while too. So
sure, but I'm a tequila shooter, so
really. Wow.
Yeah.
You. Oh my gosh. You just warm.
I told you we had Mexican food for dinner, so I had to have a Rita there,
What did you have? When you talk about Mexican, what did you have for dinner? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, actually, it was a shrimp dish. It was like grilled shrimp and some rice. So
was it spicy? Yeah.
A little bit. Yes, a little bit. I like a little spicy, not too spicy. But,
no, I love spicy stuff. So that's all. That's why I'm asking. My wife Nancy is a huge Mexican food lover. I mean, she loves going to the Mexican restaurants and what have you. So, I like the spicy stuff too, and the margarita, and the margarita.
Gotta have a Rita with it. Yeah.
Exactly. So, back in Texas, though, I mean, you've been with bands all your life, and just take us back a little bit with that. Some of the bands you've played with around Texas.
Well, I come from a long line of musicians, and I mean, generations back. That's what we do. We're musicians. We're con artists and snake oil salesmen. But so I always tell people in our family, if you don't sing, you don't play an instrument, then you've been adopted, and that's okay. We'll teach you. It's no problem. But I started singing literally professionally with my dad, and this was in Vegas when I was 4.
Wow.
I mean, I was literally getting paid for it.
years
there,
old.
there are four in my,
Okay.
do what?
No, I said at the age of 4. That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah, but like I said, that's what we do. So it wasn't like anything weird. Um, and then of course it wasn't a lot of it during school. I mean, I went to school, the whole thing, and, and by the time I graduated high school, I was in a country band and was playing bass and singing and everything with some friends of mine. And, we did that for several years. And that's when I joined the Valiants. And it went from that and then sang with the Valiants for 5 years and recorded the Christmas song, moved to Nashville and was with they call it beach music out on the East Coast.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like dance type stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually an older style. Anyway, so it was with a beach music band and did mainly doing the Patsy Cline stuff forever.
Yeah,
and I have a country band now. Boo and I have a country band now. We play classic country all over.
And do you do any originals? You have your own. You have some, right?
I do, yeah. Off this last CD we did, I haven't written anything in forever, but I've got friends I've recorded some of their stuff, and that's what it keeps. Like I said, it keeps winning awards and stuff. And I'm thinking, are you serious? You're okay, we just love what we do. That's the main thing. You got to love what you do.
Yeah.
And we do.
Yeah. And this whole pandemic thing that's going on, I know it's seems to be getting bad again here in the Northeast. I know Texas has had its issues. California's areas that are shut down. How has that affected? Obviously, you can't go out and do a lot of the shows, but
not a lot.
Yeah. Have you? How has this affected other things in your life as Lisa Layne? I mean, have you learned anything new? Have you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to hang shirts in a closet. So, just saying.
Yeah,
You do.
You do. I'm type 1 diabetic. Been that way my whole life. I don't know any better. It doesn't matter.
Right.
So, but it doesn't run in my family. It was a fluky kind of a thing. It does not run in my family. But Boo has had COVID twice.
Oh my God.
You're kind of gonna run into it anyway, whether you want to or not, unless you live in a bubble and you don't leave your home and you don't eat any food from outside ever. You're gonna run into it somewhere. Teeny tiny amounts usually. But and I've had it once. I had it almost a year ago before you ever heard it. They were
Wow.
when it got here. Because we're around lots of people from all over all the time.
Sure.
And they want to come, especially on the Patsy shows, they want to come up and they hug and
Right.
oh, can I take a picture? And you're of course, so you're with people constantly. So I'm exposed to lots and lots of people, and I'm always a major hand washer. I always have been. Being diabetic, you gotta stay healthy.
Totally.
So we ran across it somewhere. I don't know, but and so you guys, it does. It's affected like it has everyone worldwide. But I also I practice holistic medicines. And
Okay.
I work, and I know it sounds goofy to some people, but I work with stones and oils and mainly a healthy way of life. And with the rocks and stuff, you see. And like I said, and I always tell people it's not like hippie crap, but it's actually what's in the stones from the ground. They're here. God put them here for a reason, not just to be pretty rocks on the ground, So, and that's what I study. That's what I practice, and that's what I'm around constantly. So this last time when Boo got sick, he stayed in the bedroom. He said, "Don't come in." I said, "I got to take care of you," and I was fine. But anyway, so yeah, it's affected everybody. It's affected all of our friends. It's affected where we play, just like anybody else. I mean, we're not, we're not loners in this thing.
Right.
I think musicians and performers and things have been refrained a little more just because of the venues where we play, and it's a social gathering,
Right.
So it's more difficult for I think performers and bands and stuff to. It's getting better, but in fact we're doing shows now where they're separating people in the
Uh,
theaters and stuff. Everybody's far apart, so it's getting better.
yeah, but it still makes it difficult for you, the performer. I mean, and also
Oh
your
yeah,
fans that want to come up and, like you say, they want to shake your hand, they want to give you a hug, they want to get a picture taken. And
yeah.
unfortunately, now we just can't do that by rights. We can't do that. Or if you do, you
No,
take it. And somebody in your position, you don't want to take that chance. You don't. You said you've had it before. You can get it again. And talking about that, did you lose taste, smell, or anything like that? Say that.
I don't know because I didn't know what to look for. And like I said, I don't get sick. I just
Right.
do not get sick ever.
I hear you. Yep.
And so when that hit me, I thought, what the hell, And
Mhm.
I was in bed for about a week,
Oh my God.
sleeping literally sitting straight up because I couldn't breathe over the congestion and the fever. And I've never gotten the flu, and I don't get flu shots.
I
I
was going
find
to ask
them.
a flu shot. Okay.
Mm-mm. No, I don't. Because your body builds up an immunity, and that's how they're made to work.
Right.
And but people need things fast, and so that's where things have not balanced out in the world. They want it fast, and you're like, give your body a moment to get there, and it'll get that. It's not working that way. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was ugly. It was ugly for a week. I coughed my brains out for a week. But no, I didn't know to look for losing taste, losing smell, losing anything. I was just sick as a dog for a week. Mm-mm. Okay.
There you are.
There you are.
All right. So, okay, here we go. I thought you fed those mice or hamsters. You didn't feed them
They get
enough,
tired.
apparently. I don't know, but it's all right. All right. So this is part 3 okay, again. It's like where you always.
Hey,
Yeah, I know. We're going to make it work, though. We're recording, and this is all good. And by the way, Renee Shepard has chimed in, said Patsy Cline show is amazing. Really like the turnaround CD also. So, yeah. And
well, thank you.
what about those, your music? So they could log on to Lisa Layne website. Is it lisalayne.com?
It's lisalayne.com. It's LAYNE, lisalayne.com.
Love that spelling, by
And
the way.
huh?
No, I said I love the spelling of your last name.
That's my mother's fault. So it was some lady she went to college with.
Hey, it works.
And that's my real name. Isn't that awful? Anyway, it's like, what were you thinking?
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's lisalayne.com. You can get most of our music there. There's another website where I've got one CD, and it's the little letter I, the number 2, little letter I2irecords.com.
Oh, I like
And
it.
they've got one of my CDs because I was with their label for a little bit. But most everything you can get from lisalayne.com.
No, you're not tied to any label right now. You're just doing your own thing, correct?
I'm my own thing.
Yeah. Isn't that cool, though? Just being your own. You're your own boss. You decide.
Yes, I am.
You and Boo decide, where you want to go, who you want to perform for. You guys make those, you call the shots on that. So that's pretty cool.
We do. And then he clears it with me, and then I clear it.
It goes back and forth. I can just imagine he's probably in the background there.
No, he's in there watching TV somewhere. I can't even see him.
Thursday night, it could be a ball. No, I don't know. Is there a football game on tonight? I don't know. Does he watch football?
We used to.
Yeah. Who was your team?
Hey, it's the Cowboys. Seriously?
I know. I should have thought.
Ew.
Sometimes I have a problem. I open my mouth before I think. Because if you're in Texas, if you're not a Cowboys fan, you should not be in Texas.
You should not be in Texas. But I mean, we were for a long time, but I grew up in the era of Roger Staubach. You know
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
when I was a kid, that was he was a hero, a true hero. So you know, I can't hear you. I can't hear.
Stream and hello. There you go. Where you go? You 3, 2, 1, and here she is. Hello, everybody.
Hey, was it the
Welcome back.
Staubach remark or what?
It must be. It must be because we're in Buffalo Bills territory, and
Oh, that's right.
they're kicking ass right now this season. So I'm just saying, and we also got the Giants and the Jets. The Jets suck. The Giants are okay. The Bills are kicking butt. So I'm just, that's the way it's working. But I'm not going to keep you too much
Yeah,
longer. Lisa, but it's such an honor to
I'm
chat
good.
a little bit tonight. And all my guests, I have a list of questions I usually ask them, and then you can answer it any shape, way, or form. You can say anything
Okay.
you want. Of course, we're on a podcast, so it's all cool. Remember, if you mention the Cowboys, we go off. So we won't mention the.
I won't. Trust me, I won't. I lost you again.
And there I am. And
There you are.
I don't know. This has never ever happened before, and I've been doing this podcast thing since a year ago, April. So it's we're approaching 2 years. So
I
I
don't
don't get.
know.
I think it's the hamsters. You got to change their diet. Do something. You got to give
They're
them more.
getting they're getting
Oh,
sluggish.
yeah, exactly. I dropped my questions though. Hang on.
Okay.
I got them. I got them. I found them. I found them.
Okay.
Quickly, a number between 1 and 25.
13.
13. I don't know if you want to answer this one. Do you know your love language?
My love language? No.
Okay, never mind. Pick another number.
Okay. 23.
Oh, what's number 1 on your bucket list? That's a good one.
Number one. Oh, number one, I'm singing on the opera.
There you go. I can't believe you haven't done that, especially this time. You would think I'm going to have to make some calls because I do know a lot of people there as well.
What happened?
She is. She's back. The lovely.
Hello.
Hello. There you are. How about now?
I'm on the other side.
Yeah, I know. I put you by your name finally. We're already done with the podcast, and I put you over by your name. Um,
I thought your name was Lisa. Okay, go ahead.
I don't know. Maybe in a previous life. But it's funny because Dina Wood put on here "Skip Happens." So
That's right.
yeah,
She's right.
I'm not gonna ask you those questions. I don't want to lose you again. I just want to say thank you again for joining us. We've been chatting here tonight with. Let me see if I can bring it up again because I just love this so much. Lisa Layne, who is the voice behind the Christmas song with Vince Vance and the Valiants. All I Want for Christmas Is You. Let me just. Oh, there's so many different versions of this on YouTube. Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the Halls commercial. Yeah, that's the pre-roll. Stand by. Unless you want to hear it. Okay. Oh, there's the second commercial. Hang on. That's the other pre-roll. See, this is what happens. No, it's all good. This is what we do. That's why it skip happens, because this is the way the podcast is. We have a lot of fun.
Just skip happens, yeah.
Yeah, and this is the young lady that we've been talking to here tonight. If you want to listen to just a little bit of this, and I just crank it. Oh, I do have a question in a second. Hang on.
Take back the holly and mistletoe.
Gosh.
Silver bells on strings. If I wrote a letter to Santa Claus, I would ask for just one thing. I don't need sleigh rides in the snow.
Hang on. It's coming.
Don't want Christmas that's blue. Take back the tinsel, stockings and bows, 'cause all I want for Christmas is you.
You know, that's the part of the song that I mentioned before that I love, where you make your voice, it becomes a little bit raspy. And that one part, and it's so like powerful when you do that. Just amazing. And the other question I have while this is playing, who is the saxophone player in this? Do you recall?
Jim Horn.
Wow.
His name was Jim Horn, yes. And you know what? We brought a demo. We had demoed the song in Denton, Texas, Dallas, basically. And we brought it to Nashville saying, here's what it's supposed to sound like. You know, so all the musicians in Nashville are writing their charts out real quick. And Jim Horn was there, and he said the saxophone player in Dallas was from a band that had, you know, a horn section in it. And he said, can you hear me? Oh, I can't hear you either. Nope.
Night. There we go.
There you are.
Yep, there we are. Okay, wait a minute. So I can so here's
Okay.
sax. Hang on. All right. I hear that saxophone, and there's nothing sexier than a good sax. I'm just saying.
I'm telling you know, when the thing was, like I said, we brought this demo, and the sax player in the demo from Dallas, he had played it like that. I mean, he just grunged the heck out of it.
Wow.
And we brought it to Nashville, and Jim Horn was the sax player, the studio sax player, and he said, who is that? And we told him, and he said, do I have to play it like that? And we were terrified, you know. And he played the ride, and it was very clean and very pretty. And we're all looking at him, and no one said anything. I thought, that doesn't sound right. And I looked down the hallway, and I said, can you play that a little grungier? And he looked at me like, who are you? And I thought, oh crap. I tucked back behind. And that was his second go around right there. Oh, and what you hear on the radio is you can't hear me.
Right back here. And, there you go. All right. I got to tell you, this never, ever. Wow, it's loud. This is never, ever, ever.
Cheers to you.
Cheers. Cheers to you too. Real quickly, Lisa, I just want to say thank you for joining us here tonight. This is cutting.
Oh, thank you.
You know, so many. Oh, wow. Look at that. Lisa, you are a hot wire, and feed can't stay wired when you are here.
Okay.
No, I'm reading.
Okay.
And Greg Irvin says, I hear you. Yeah, I know. But we were losing the audio of the
Hey,
visual feed.
Greg.
Yeah, you must know, Greg. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
He's at I2I Records. Yeah, he is I2I
That is
Records.
awesome. That is awesome. Welcome, Greg. Good to have you watching here tonight. I do have to apologize for that. That has never happened here with Skip Happens. And it's just, I don't know. Maybe that's maybe there's something with the name, but I am also using a different feed on my end of computer, so a different type of computer. So that could be part of the problem too. Not that I'm aware of, but you never ever know. Lisa Layne, you are the best. You and Boo and your friends. I want y'all to have a happy holiday. You make Christmas with the top 5 Christmas song in the world. I mean, that's you, girl. That is you, and it's just what a feeling. Just to have that. And I am so glad that we got to touch base, and I want to remain friends. I mean, you've got my number, I've got your number, and hopefully
I'll make prank phone calls to you.
You're gonna breathe heavy in the phone. No, I'm gonna, Lisa, stop.
No, I'll let Boo do that.
No, that's all right. Never mind. But Lisa Layne, everybody, she is the voice with Vince Vance and the Valiants. And all I want for Christmas is you. And thank you so much for joining us here tonight. And the official country music fan club, Deb, who normally joins me. If you watch the Skip Happens podcast right along, her dad is in the hospital. So she made the trip to Long Island, and he had some open heart surgery. We're praying for a speedy recovery. And that's where she is.
Definitely.
And but it is, like I say, it's normally with the official country music fan club and Skip Happens. And you can follow us on Facebook and our website, YouTube. You can.
Well, you get it back up and then say your goodbyes. The sound keeps going out. Not on your.
Maybe I'm talking too much, Lisa.
I don't know. Maybe it's me.
No, I don't think it's you, unless somebody's. What do they say? Anyways, Renee Shepard says, "Happy holidays. Stay safe. Cheers from Nowheresville, Kentucky." What?
Yay, Nowheresville. Yay, Nowheresville.
Is that a real town?
No. No.
Well, they have. Never mind. All right, I'm not even going to go there. Well, you've heard that there's towns like Intercourse, Pennsylvania. There's towns that people have. Those. I'm just saying.
Yeah, sure.
Surprise me, if you know what I mean. Lisa Layne, you're awesome, girl. Happy holidays to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for
happy holidays to you too.
Thank you. Thank you for joining Skip Happens, and get back with Bo and tell him I said hello. And let's keep in.
I will.
Let's keep rocking.
You bet.
And I want people to go to lisalayne.com and download your music, get your music, buy your music, merchandise, whatever you have up there. Let's go for it. We're in a pandemic, and you need all the help you can get. So. With
Sure, why not?
I mean with the merchandise and stuff like that. So if you haven't, I don't know.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I love you, Lisa. Thank you so much for joining.
I love you too.
All right.
Y'all take care.
I'm gonna
Merry Christmas.
I'm gonna text you. Stand by. All right. Thanks for joining.
Okay.
Bye-bye, everybody. Here we go.